whole gang loves it.
All right, we're good to go.
Yeah, because a lot of you access the recorded workouts over the little winter break and things like that, which is awesome. All right, guys, here's your reminder of your recovery breathing. So it's our purposeful breathing pattern to strengthen our lungs. And at any point through class, if you want to bring your breathing under control, bring your heart rate down, this is the breathing pattern you want to do. So hands on your belly. And we're just going to breathe in through our nose as we pull our hands apart, and then breathe out through pursed lips as you bring your hands back in. So it's breathe in through the nose, pull the hands apart, breathe out through pursed lips as you bring your hands back in. Now, everyone's going to breathe kind of at their own pace. That's okay. So slowly breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So try to maintain our breathing pattern of in through the nose if you can, but out through pursed lips is super key, especially if you have COPD. And let's just start rolling back one shoulder at a time. There we go. And again, even as we just start our warm-up, which is signaling our body to make some changes for the work that's coming, let's focus on that breathing pattern. Taking those deeper, steady breaths. Roll one shoulder forward at a time. And let's get your upper back turning a little bit as well, if you can. There we go. And you can get your elbow involved. There we go. Excellent job, gang. There we go. All right. And we are lifting up one hand at a time, alternating. So just starting off slow and steady. We're still maintaining that breathing pattern as best we can. Remember, it can always be helpful to breathe out as you move your limb. So wherever the effort is, and the effort here is having to push that arm up. So that's when it's helpful to breathe out. There we go. Awesome job, team. And relax those arms. Let's focus on our legs. I just noticed my legs are not in the camera. That's not very helpful. All right. So with your legs, we're going to just step forward with one heel and back. So step a heel forward and back. Step a heel forward and back. There we go. Maintain that breathing pattern. Now, don't worry. I know it's seeming simple and easy right now, but we're going to quickly get into a bit of a brain game. Keep you all entertained. Are we excited?
Terribly.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Really?
We knew it wouldn't remain this easy.
You know, I heard varying levels of enthusiasm there, but I won't take it personally. So keep touching one heel forward at a time. And now we're going to take our hands, and I just want you rolling your wrists in a circle. If you want it to be a little bit more active, feel free to rotate your elbow. And remember, the more range of motion we do something with, the more oxygen it takes. So rolling at the elbow takes more oxygen than just rolling the wrists. And change directions of those wrists. And we're rolling the other way. Keep stepping one heel forward at a time. There we go. Now keep your wrists rolling, but we're going to change what our feet are doing. This time I want you to slide your foot to the side and slide it back. So slide your foot to the side, slide it back. If you feel like your foot isn't sliding very well, then you can pick it up and step and bring it back. Pick it up and step and bring it back. Change directions of those wrists or elbows. There we go. Great job, everybody. Keep up that breathing pattern. Now, I want one arm circling one way, and you might want to get it started. And your other arm is circling the other way.
Joking.
And now we're each going to choose a magic word. And change directions. Boy, that's fun. Hey, just do the best that you can.
This way and this way.
If at any point something gets tired or you feel a little breathless, just pull it back. Remember that the more body parts that are moving, the more oxygen you need. So if you're feeling breathless, feel free to move just your arms or just your legs. And shake out those arms. All right. Now we're just going to open and close one fist at a time. So it's blanket open, close, other hand, open, close, open, close, open, close. So we're spreading out our fingers and then making a fist, spreading out our fingers, making a fist. And I really want you to stretch those fingers out. We don't often get a chance to do the opposite of gripping. So really spread out those fingers and then make a fist. Now, once you've got into a pattern, keep those hands moving. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're just going to kick one leg up at a time.
Out of here.
So try to get them, you can get them going at the same time for now. But then I might make it harder on you.
You're so sneaky.
I know.
A very redeeming quality.
Oh, good, because I was going to ask. I don't know if that's a character strength or a character flaw.
Strength.
All right, gang. Now keep your feet moving, and one hand is going to open, close, and then your other hand open, close, open, close. So your feet are still going just left, right, but now your hands are going 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch.
Ambulance.
There we go. Great job, gang. There we go. 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch. There we go. Okay, we're going to change what our hands are doing. And I just want your legs to keep kicking one and then the other. And again, as we move our arms and legs, I want you thinking about tightening through your core so that we limit how much we're shifting through our body. All right. So now, hands by your side. And I just want you bringing up your elbow, bending your elbow, bringing your hand up to your shoulder. One, down, then the other, up, down. So bend the elbow up, down, the other, up, down, up, down, up, down. There we go. You can think of it as an unweighted bicep curl. There, has everyone got the movement?
So,
Perfect. So now
Just in
I
time
want
to
your
mess it
legs.
up.
Yep, just a little bit. So when we talk about rhythm and pace, there's kind of single time and double time. So what that means is I want your legs going at a bit of a slower pace. So kind of that 1, 2, 1, 2. And I actually want your arms to move at twice the pace, double time of your legs. And that's challenging to do. Our arms are moving quicker than our feet are. So you kind of have to separate your brain in two places. You have to go, okay, my legs are going 1, 2, 1, 2, and now your arms are just motoring. There we go. So do your best, get your arms and legs moving at a different pace. There we go. Woo! Boy, that's fun.
It's
Keep
hard to
breathing.
do.
It is hard to do. And rest. Now, at any point I say rest, if you feel like you're feeling really good and a little bit of light movement is going to help you catch your breath back, I want you just to either gently march or kind of tap your feet one from the other. Other people, we feel best catching our breath if we just stay still and focus on our breathing. So in those little rest times, it's your choice. Okay, so a little bit of light movement going to help me catch my breath, or is just sitting still, focusing on my breathing going to help me recover my breath? Okay. All right, so our next exercise, gang, is the same concept, but this time we're going to switch. Our legs are going to march one after the other. And we actually want this time our legs to be going double time. So that kind of faster pace. Okay. And our arms are going to be straight out in front and a little bit slower. One arm's going to pull out to the side and back in. Then the other arm out to the side, back in. So our arms are moving about half the speed of our legs, whatever that looks like to you. Just our arms and legs are moving at different speeds. Oh boy, oh boy. I can see some of you thinking, hold on. We've never done this long of coordination before. What is going on? Surprise! It's called you're getting fitter and stronger and capable of more of a challenge.
When do you figure all these out now, Jill?
Oh, when I'm sleeping.
She lays awake
You're not
nights.
sleeping well.
It's the only things I dream about.
so do we decide if we're a dream or a nightmare?
Well, it's my dreams and they're probably fueling your nightmares. You know, I wake up in the morning and I sometimes wear my watch, which tracks my heart rate and the number of steps I take in a day. And I go, oh boy, I did 6,000 steps that night. And rest there. Well done, team. All right, I want to encourage you to take a sip of water.
No, okay.
So again, remember, if you're someone who needs to keep moving, feel free just to keep your feet moving, your arms lightly moving. And if you're someone who needs to just sit and catch their breath, well, go into your recovery breathing, which is pulling those hands apart as you breathe in and breathing out through pursed lips as you bring those hands back. Okay. Now we want to keep on the trend of keeping that heart rate up high, challenging our breathing. So we're going to get into a little bit more cardio. I know we just did a little bit, but I want to remind you on the scale of breathlessness, 10 being like you can't catch your breath at all, like you're not really even breathing, which is bad. And 0 being your breathing is the best kind of it's ever been. You're breathing clearly and without much struggle. I want you to try to find kind of a 5 out of 10, which means you're working hard enough that your breathing has increased. You have to breathe harder than you do when you're just sitting there, but you can still catch your breath. You're not feeling like you have to gasp for air. Does everyone understand that kind of distinction?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's kind of what we're going to be aiming for in that cardio, that kind of 5 out of 10. All right. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to press our arms up overhead and bring them down. Now, standing up is going to require more oxygen. And if you're feeling really good, I would encourage you to grab a light weight. And with a light weight, you can press those arms up overhead and down. Okay, so again, that's going to require more oxygen. We're going to go in 3, 2, and go. So pressing those arms up. Again, moving both arms at a time is going to require more oxygen than just one arm at a time. So you've got lots of options based on what your energy and breathing is like today. And again, the goal is that 5 out of 10 of breathlessness. So the goal here, we're not looking to really focus on our strength. We're looking to get our heart rate to increase, to have to breathe a little bit harder. Challenging yet doable, team. Breathing in and breathing out through pursed lips. And if you started off with 2 hands and you need to shift to just 1 hand at a time halfway through, that's great. You listen to your body. You got here today. You're doing amazing. And rest.
Yes.
So again, that rest time is a chance to bring your breathing back down, bring your heart rate back down. If you need to just do your recovery breathing to do that, great. If you need to keep your feet moving to do that, also great.
I just want to let you know that when I went to my other rehab, it's and I was complaining that my energy level like went back from 0, it goes up to like number 7.
Yeah.
Fatigue, because we started carrying the like lifting, and with my situation, I guess I don't know why like that fatigue level went up to 7. Like I'm from 0 to 7, I'm only having that shortness of breath, but I don't know why that shortness of breath plus coming up again now, the fatigue level. So
right now or just in the
no,
last?
that was yesterday when I went to see her. So that's why I cannot just I have to look like I have to go with the program with what I can be able to follow, because I don't want to overdo it and I'm gonna feel that that situation again, like I'm gonna be very tired, and my breathing problem plus my fatigue level.
That's right. So and so that's right. So you're just following along with what we've said at the
as long
start
as I can handle it, like I can handle with my body and my breathing and my body itself.
Yeah, good. So balance it out so that you feel actually a bit energized at the end of class and not exhausted.
Yes, like because the last time I joined is like maybe I can follow, but not really follow. But now is I cannot really make that as it used to be because of that things that happened to me, like the fatigue level is present again, like it was okay, and then I was tired.
Yeah. So that means if that happened last class, that means you have to pull it
I
back a
have
little
to
bit
slow
today.
down. I have to go with
That's
what
right.
I can handle.
That's right. Everyone goes at their own pace, and you have to be really smart and conscientious of what you do in class. So the next one, gang, is actually pushing your hands out in front of you as you push step a leg out and back in. So if you're seated, we're stepping your leg and arms out now. Both arms and one leg, that needs more oxygen versus just one arm and one leg, or alternate a leg, arm, leg, arm. Okay, so the less body parts, the less oxygen is needed. The slower you go, the less oxygen is needed. And start. So again, that was a really good point that was brought up. You are not trying to keep up to anybody in this class, right? So everyone has a different experience with both their symptoms and their struggles and with their rehabilitation experiences. So some of you have been through a hospital-based program that got you going on the path to being a lot healthier and reducing your risk of flare-ups and getting you stronger. And some of you, this is kind of the first step of exercising that you've had in years. And that means we're all starting at a different point. And that's why you have to take a little bit of accountability of, again, challenging yet doable, not trying to keep up to anybody, and being sensible about what you can manage and feeling really good by the end of class. And rest there. So catch that breath. Remember that deep recovery breathing, that breathing out through pursed lips is super, super important for getting that excess, what we call dead air, air that has not enough oxygen left in it for us to absorb. We got to get that air out so we can get more oxygenated air in. You have a question.
Jill, I have a question too.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw Doug's hand first. So Doug, and then.
Oh, no, I was scratching my arm.
Oh, where are you, Doug?
Jill, I have a question.
Sorry.
That's okay. Was that
question.
Oscar who had a question?
Yeah. What is the password for this thing? I can't sometimes get you through. I got the ID number, but I don't have the password.
Oh, I'm not sure, Oscar. I'll have to look that up.
There is no password.
There is no
There is
password.
no password. It's
Oh,
just
there's no
that, it's just that long number. That's it.
Yeah.
Only the ID number.
Yeah, you don't need a password.
Okay.
Yeah, and did you get that email with the link, Oscar?
Now my email has changed. So if you could take
Okay.
down my new email, I could give you that.
Yes, Oscar, if you, I'm going to put my email address in here. Put this one in. If you want to email here, and then I can let you know what to do. I can send you the information. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Mercy to the rescue.
Yeah, there you go. My tech service is
Awesome.
coming in. Yay.
That's
right.
great. Okay, gang, our next exercise. Again, if you need a bit more of a challenge, you can use your resistance band for this one. That's only if you're feeling really energetic and strong today. So with or without the band, we're gonna pull our arms out and back in, pull our arms out and back in, okay? And at the same time, I want you to touch one leg out to the side and back. One leg out to the side and back. So as we pull, touch, back, touch, back. And again, be sensible. If you're having struggles with your breathing today or this week, just get either only your arms or only your legs moving. Everyone goes at their own pace. And anytime we're working on more of our cardiovascular capacity, so our breathing and our heart rate versus our strength, we actually want lighter resistance. So it shouldn't feel like you're straining to move a weight or to pull the band, it should be lighter than when we're doing strength. There we go, gang. So pull those arms apart and touch your foot out to the side. And I actually don't have my band today because I broke it yesterday teaching a different class. And I need a new one. So that'll be a task for tomorrow, is to get a new band.
I think you need to buy them in bulk, Jill.
I think you're right, Clancy. That would be a great idea. And rest. Oops, I lost track of time a little bit there. Sorry, gang. So again, feel free to keep your feet moving or your arms moving if that helps you catch your breath. Otherwise, sit. Let's do our slow recovery breathing to catch your breath.
I might mention also that my respirologist told me that if you're having trouble breathing through your nose when you're trying to get that breath because you've been out of breath, it's okay. It's okay to take it in through your mouth.
That's right. Absolutely.
Until you get your breath back.
That's right. Yep. And the key focus is just breathing out through that pursed lips. So absolutely take in that breath through your mouth and then try to steadily breathe it out through pursed lips. Yeah, thank you, Maureen. That's a great clarification to make, because that's absolutely true. All right, team, if you are ready, and if you need more time to do your recovery breathing, please do that. Listen to your bodies. And if you are ready to keep going, we're actually going to get into a bit of our shadow boxing, which is always super fun because you get to punch things in the air in front of you. So bring up your inner demons, all your frustrations, and we're going to punch one hand forward at a time. And I've started the timer. So punching, remember to keep that core tight. So you're thinking about tensing up your belly and punch. And remember, we're trying to get that heart rate up. So if you need to punch a little bit quicker, you can. Try to maintain your breathing. Remember, let's not get above a 5 out of 10 today.
We have to remember your uppercut.
That's right. You can get some uppercuts in there. Good reminder, whatever feels best for you. Geez, I don't want to encounter Clancy on the street. If she's in a mood, I'm going to go to the other side of the road. Here we go, gang. Remember, everyone goes at their own pace. This isn't a competition. This is just you working on your health and being awesome. And rest. So again, just trying to breathe in and breathe out through pursed lips. Nice and steady. There we go, team. Are we having fun yet, gang?
Nope.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Something like that.
I think we're gonna start watching you to see you break another band.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, it was getting a bit older. So the older the rubber is, the more likely it is to break or tear.
Jill, it was only a few weeks.
No, I've been using that one since a year ago.
Oh boy.
A year and a half ago. That's right.
Jill, I get that myself without the band. So I'm getting older, it's easier to tear.
Yeah.
Oh no. Not with doing your exercises. All right, gang. We're going to get into what some of you might know as our mountain climbers. And what that looks like is reaching our hand up, and only reach up as far as you feel comfortable. If your shoulder is sore, feel free not to reach up as high. and we're gonna lift up your opposite knee. Okay, so it's reaching up to climb. And I want everyone to think about tightening up their core. And timer starts now. There we go, gang. Try to maintain your breathing as you go. We think about the talk test. That's a measure of intensity. You want to be working hard enough that you wouldn't be able to sing or talk nonstop without needing to breathe. But you should still be able to say a couple words at a time without needing to gasp for air. That's sometimes why I ask you how we're doing. If you can say, I'm great or doing well, then that's a good sign. Great job, gang. Challenging yet doable. And rest. Now I've got a skill testing question for you as you catch your breath. When we talk about fitness, and fitness is about improving our capacities, is it more important to be able to go for longer? So working on our endurance, our ability to keep going, or is it better to work on your intensity, how hard you can go?
Endurance.
Endurance.
I have to go for intensity.
Endurance.
Yep, endurance is the thing you want to focus on most. That's the thing that's best to work on improving and to focus on in class. So if maybe you're at the point where you can only go for 30 seconds right now, I would rather you keep working, and eventually we'll get to that 45 seconds, and then eventually a minute of being able to work at that steady pace. Improve on that first before trying to push harder and harder and harder. Okay, and that should help you gauge. Okay, the first goal is how long can I do this for versus how hard can I push myself? Sound good?
Wonderful.
Brilliant. You guys are doing so great today.
That's good.
I'm so impressed. All right, our next one, we're going to get a little bit of rotation in without actually rotating at our backs. Here's how we're going to do that. You're either going to put your hands together, or you can hold a light weight. And all we're going to do is practice our paddling. So we're going to go from one shoulder down to the opposite hip. So again, shoulder to hip, shoulder to hip. So we're just moving across our body. Good, and if you're standing up, feel free to bend your knees a little bit for more stability. And again, so I've started the timer. The goal is, can we do this for the whole time or just about? Rather than trying to go as hard and fast as possible.
For how long, Jill?
Because we're going to end up doing both sides, we're only going to do 40 seconds per side. And by only, that's a good chunk of time. If you get a full 40 seconds, well done. And if you don't get all the way to 40 seconds, that's okay. We're going to keep working at it over the next few weeks. And boy, is it going to feel good to see that improvement. And switch sides. Now the other shoulder down to the hip. Again, we want to think about tensing our bellies. Those are our core muscles. Great job, team. There we go. Keep breathing. You're doing awesome. Try to keep your breathing steady, even as you get tired. Ironically, the more tired you get, the harder it is to maintain your breathing. And
This
rest.
canoe keeps going in circles.
And rest there, gang. Catch your breath. That's true. Next time we'll have to paddle one and then the other, hey?
Yeah.
We'll be up a creek with a paddle.
That's right. Well, selfishly, I only do those paddling exercises with you guys because I need to get ready for canoeing in the spring. That's right. I'm making this class all about me. Well done, everybody. All right, we got, you've noticed it's a bit more cardio focused today. So again, make sure you keep within that line of challenging yet doable. I want you feeling good by the end of class. Now, we've got one last exercise before I'm going to challenge your balance a little bit, and then it'll be pretty soon close to stretch time. So the next exercise, I want to encourage you, if you can, we're going to do some sit to stands. Now, if you are not comfortable standing up and sitting down, that is okay. It's important that you remain safe at home. So the alternative is just you're going to lean forward slightly. So shifting forward as if you're going to get up out of your seat. And you're going to put pressure into your feet. So I'm pushing my feet into the ground. I feel my thigh muscles tense up, and then I relax. So once again, it's shifting forward, push my feet into the ground, feel my thigh muscles tense up, and then relax. If you are comfortable and feel strong with your balance, you can stand all the way up, tightening through your core, tightening through your glutes, which are those bum muscles, and then slowly sitting back down again. Again, I encourage you to have balance support close by as you stand up and up. So squeezing everything tight and down nice and slow. Awesome. So you are either going to do 5 and then rest, or you can do 5, rest for 5, and another 5, 10 and rest, or 15, or any combination of those. So let's stand up and go at your own pace. Down, 2, 3. If you only get 1 in for every 5 of mine, that's wonderful. You are doing the best you can. And up, make sure we're tightening, squeeze those glute muscles. There we go. If you're not sure if your glutes are tightening up, this is the only time I'll ever mention this to someone. Feel free just to check. Hands on your bum. Are those glute muscles tight?
You can feel it.
I know what you're thinking. I didn't think this was that kind of a class, but those glute muscles are so important for your balance. It's important to make sure they're fired up and strong.
Didn't think that I would think that it was that kind of class. Huh?
Oh, we know you, Terry. Oh boy. Now I've got terrible news for all of you. I've got no idea what number we're at.
Don't matter.
Well, someone better say something, because otherwise my brain is telling me it's 6.
I've done 10.
Okay.
I've done 10.
I've done 10.
It's at least 15.
There we go. 10.
There we go.
There.
And again, I like hearing the range in numbers, because that really tells me that you are all focused on your own abilities and you're all listening to your body and doing what you can. And that's fantastic. All right, I'm going to do one last one.
I did 15.
Awesome. Well done. So one helpful thing to do, gang, is you can write down how many sit to stands were you able to do without resting, and watch that number improve over the next couple weeks. That can be a really helpful thing to do. And the other thing for at home to kind of help yourself figure out how well you're doing and to track your improvement, because you're all going to improve, is the ability of how many times can you lift your arms overhead without resting and going at a steady pace. And again, if already this feels like it's not going to be quite challenging, use a small weight and write down whatever you're using for a weight. Maybe you're able to do a couple more. Maybe you start off today with just your arms, but in a month, you've now added a soup can. That's improvement, right? So little things that you can track. Now, if you are going to remain seated, we're going to work on our balance a little bit now. If you're going to remain seated, you can always sit on a rolled up towel or on a pillow to add a little bit of instability for seated balance. Otherwise, I'm going to get you to try holding up your leg in front of you and then moving your hands over top of the knee and back. And if you are going to be standing for balance, make sure you have some balance support close by to you. Then I want you to either hold that leg up, that's the most challenging thing to do, or you're going to stand heel to toe. So my feet are kind of stacked heel to toe, and then you're going to move your hands a little bit to the outside of your body and back. So again, as my hands move, that's going to cause my body to want to wobble, and I'm tightening up my glute muscles. I've got my balance support close by. Nice and slow. Did we have a question? No? Okay, just checking. So keep up your breathing. And again, tightening up those bum muscles, those glutes, really helps with your balance. So just do the best that you can, seated or standing. Maintain your breathing. And we're going to switch either which foot is raised or which foot is in front. And we're moving our hands to the other side. Keep up your breathing, gang. Excellent work. Keep that bum tight. There we go. That balance is looking awesome. Great job, gang. Okay, so now I want you to switch legs again, whether you're seated or standing. Now, the goal is we're going to try to hold for 10 seconds, either one foot ahead of the other or seated with that leg up. Make sure that balance is close by because we're going to close our eyes. So try to 10 seconds.
That's not so easy.
So I'm going to keep mine open just so I can watch everyone. And it's not easy. So really focus on, okay, where are my feet on the ground? My glutes are held tight. So focus on, you can feel your feet contacting the ground. Sometimes it helps to push your toes down. There we go, team. And switch legs. Well done. So again, if you need a finger or two on that balance support, or you need to touch it and lift, do what you need to do to challenge that balance, but not fall. Challenging yet doable. Maintain your breathing. Great job, everybody. And rest. All right, I encourage everyone to take a seat. Give yourself a little pat on the back because that was fabulous. All right, I'd say it's time to stretch.
What?
I know, it's already 1:51.
Yes.
Holy smokes, hey? Unless my watch is wrong. I know, but it feels.
How time flies when we're having fun.
That's right. So you can push that elbow up, gang, or wrap your head around, whatever feels best for you. That was Mary that said that, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So push that elbow up. Keep up your breathing. There we go, team. And switch arms. Next week, gang, we'll work a little bit more on our strength. But that kind of challenging our lungs ability is important too. There we go. Relax that arm. And we're going to push one hand down to the ground, reach the other up to the ceiling. So stretch your hands away from each other. And breathe. Excellent job, everybody. And slowly switch arms. So one arm pushes down to the ground, the other reaches up. And slowly relax those arms. We're now going to just reach one foot out in front of us and bend forward at your hips, not rounding your back to reach towards your toes. Now, what else are we looking forward to over the next couple of days, guys?
Sunshine. And I got sunshine.
Yeah, lucky.
3 more
There we go.
exercises.
You want more exercises?
There's 3 more.
There you go.
I'm gonna leave you now.
Are you?
Yeah,
Come back.
Well, have a good
I'll
day.
come back next week.
Oh, that
Okay.
sounds brilliant. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Here we go. Switch legs.
I might feel a little bit sick. A sore throat and stuffy nose.
Oh,
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. I hope it's not, you know what.
well, just look after yourself. Drink lots of water. Make sure you're getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
vitamin C,
Yeah.
and
B12.
D.
Yeah.
B, yeah. B.
There you go. B12 is great.
You have an oximeter?
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's just, it's almost like it's a cold, I think, more than anything. I have a fever.
You keep an eye on the temperature gauge, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And slowly come up, turn to the side, guys. One leg goes back behind you. There we go. Keep up your breathing. Is Ron with us today? No, Ron?
No.
Okay.
Can you not do this exercise by facing forward like we normally do and then just putting your leg down the side without having to turn around in our chair?
You sure can.
Okay. I just thought maybe I
Nice.
was crazy.
No. I love it. I didn't even think about that, but you absolutely can. You just shift to the side and get that leg behind you for sure. So whatever you're most comfortable with, there's always more than one way to accomplish something. I love it.
Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Well, our last instructor did the same thing, and I thought, maybe
Yeah.
I'm missing something here.
I think if you turn to the side, you might be able to get a little bit more range of motion. But if you're feeling the stretch, like this absolutely works, dropping that leg down. Actually, I'll be honest, I probably tend not to do that because I don't have the most sturdy chairs. They're quite old. And they've been known to drop a screw.
Oh,
Yeah, last week you had a screw loose.
Yes, I know, and we're not talking about the old brain.
My son, a couple of weeks ago, he fell on the ice and broke his hip, and he's only 41 years old.
Oh,
So he's
darn. Brutal.
Yeah, he's doing well though, considering.
Oh, that's good.
He screws in it.
He's gonna have to focus hard on his rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. He
Good.
does the exercises right now, and when he's in bed.
Oh, good. So he started on those right away. That's perfect.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Good. Okay, gang, we're going to finish off with 5 cycles of our deep recovery breathing. So again, the goal, and if you can't quite get, people have different lung capacities. So the goal is to kind of get 3 or 4 seconds on your inhale and 4 to 6 seconds on your exhale. You might be able to do longer than that, or you need to do shorter than that. That's okay. So 5 cycles. So I'll count 4 in, 6 out. Do what you need to do. So breathe in through the nose if you can. 2, 3, 4, and out through pursed lips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and shake out those hands. Give a little shimmy. Give yourself a pat on the back. Then on your other side of your back, hands up in the air. Woohoo!
Jill, that was a good one.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye, Jill.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Jill.
for
See you
coming
next month.
on, guys.
You've
Thank
got a
you,
long
Jill.
weekend to
See you
dream up
all
some
next
more.
week.
Yeah.
See you
Thanks,
Tuesday.
everyone.
Good job, Jill.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Clancy.
Thank you.
Bye, Barbara. Bye,
Thank you.
Mary. Bye,
Bye.
Richard.
Bye.
Bye, Cecilia.
Bye.
Bye, Carol.